What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our... Wait.
No, you almost said it. You almost said family channel.
I almost
and we're
said
not
our
going to
family
edit this
channel.
out. It stays. We're not editing it out.
You were petty this evening. Okay. Well... What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the His and Hers podcast. Welcome to the third episode. Today, we are going to be having a plethora of different topics that we are going to discuss as per usual. So make sure you grab your wine, your snacks, and anything else that makes you happy for a while because we will be here talking for probably about an hour. So I hope you guys are here for the good time.
Yeah.
David, how have you been? How's your weekend been? Or actually, let's talk about your week. How's your week been?
My week has been bad.
Has it?
Well, not bad, but
No, my
interesting.
weekend has been bad. Do you want to have like a competition with this? Why don't you say something bad that happened and then I'll go with something bad that happened to me.
I spilled my coffee.
I broke my nail.
You okay? You need to calm
Anything
down. You
else?
don't gotta flip me off. She's flipped me off. Okay.
It did. That's the one that
Okay,
is broken.
all right,
You know?
I can see.
You see this one? You know what I mean?
Okay. Did it hurt?
No, actually.
No, it doesn't hurt.
It didn't hurt when it broke. No, I got it caught somehow in a door that was closing, and I guess I didn't slip my hand out in time, and it just caught that nail, just completely cut it right off, and that was it.
The worst that I did with breaking a nail was we were in Wyoming, and I was playing football, and I didn't clip my toenails because I got busy, and I remember thinking that morning like I should really cut my toenails before we go out there. Well, I was playing catch on the beach, and I ran and I stepped on a rock, like perfectly on my toenail, and it like lifted my toenail, my big toe.
Yeah.
Lifted my toenail off of my toe, like the hood, it looked like the hood of a car was popped open.
It was pretty bad.
So painful.
And you know, the only person that could actually go up to David and take care of him was me. Everybody else was disgusted. It was like his whole family, and like none of them could go help David. They were like, "Nikki, you have to do it." And I was like, "Let me see what happened to my baby."
It was yeah.
I was over there taking care of him. I was like, "It's okay. It's not even that bad." But it was actually really, really bad.
Yeah, I was like, my toe is gonna be hideous forever. It's not though. It looks
No,
normal.
but it grew back. It's fine.
Yeah, but it was painful though. So, moral of the story: cut your toenails.
This is true. Please do so. Okay,
Yeah.
so you spilled coffee on yourself. I broke a nail. Anything
Right.
else? How else was your week bad? That's a pretty big, terrible thing to say. What made your week bad?
Well, I already know that you have a crick in your neck.
I was gonna let you have your moment.
I don't know, nothing that bad.
Okay, so let's talk about my crick in my neck just really fast, okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't know where it came from. It came out of absolutely nowhere. I feel like I've just been very stressed out, and for some reason, my body creates cricks in my neck when I'm stressed out. And all of a sudden, for the last 2 days, I haven't really had the full range of motion with my neck. So I haven't really been able to like work my neck at David the way that I really want to. You know, I can't express myself to the fullest extent, and I'm very frustrated emotionally because of that. It is very heavy on my...
Not a lot of sass recently.
Oh my God. I really had to control it because...
Which has been fine. I mean, it's been fine for me. But
it has been extremely painful
I've
for me.
been having to rub the back of Nikki's neck, like kind of just like...
Like that.
But,
I was wondering why you kept offering to rub my neck, and then he was being like, he was saying that he was getting in deep.
Yeah, I was getting
in
it.
He was like,
hey, I was making sure
really,
she was good. But remember that song by Cisco? Where it was,
grab the back of your neck.
Yeah, there's some like borderline, very domestic violence-y lyrics.
Oh yeah, man.
Where he's like, "Do I have to grab the back of your neck to make you?" So we'd always play around with that, like, "Do I have to grab this?"
Do I have to grab the back of your neck to make you listen to me?
So today I was just like, "Do I have to grab the back of your neck to make you feel a little better?"
Oh, how sweet, babe. Thanks for switching up your lyrics for me. Yeah, that's very sweet.
Remix. Little remix to it.
The loving remix.
Yeah, it just kind of made it more, not so DV,
Right.
Big DV vibes.
Like a lot of the 90s lyrics were very...
90s
there was a lot
time,
of undertones of abuse and domestic violence for sure.
And pedophilia.
It was a wild time.
Yeah.
That we grew up in. So you spilled coffee on yourself. Was that it?
Not on myself, but on everything else.
Got it. So don't trust you around electronics.
No, just not coffee. I'm fine around electronics. It's the coffee.
Oh, is the coffee's
I
fault?
spill coffee all the time.
Okay, well maybe you're just not grown up enough for coffee, honey.
That's what
You
I think.
just started. He just started
I
drinking
did.
coffee
You
like
guys-
2 years ago, if that.
Not even. Maybe like.
Like a few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago.
So he's a newbie. He tries to act
I
like
don't
he
like
knows what he's
coffee.
doing. He's like a child that like orders
Yeah.
coffee to feel cool.
To feel older.
You know, to feel mature.
I don't really like coffee though.
I know. And
I
guess
like
who's still using my sugar-free vanilla Starbucks syrup?
Yeah,
you
because
pretending.
I don't want to get fat.
But like you don't
Yeah.
even like coffee, so why are you even trying to
Because
play this
I gotta
game?
be awake. I'd be tired.
Well, there are other things that can give you energy, like green teas.
Cocaine. That's what she was gonna say.
Okay. You know, baby.
She's gonna make me edit that out.
Yup.
Why? We don't do cocaine, by the way.
Well, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
I feel like I've just had a way worse week than you. For some reason, I don't know what happened, but I feel like somebody... What? Are you looking... Why are you looking at me like that?
Good.
What?
Good.
You over here just like looking at me up and down?
I'm trying to fight.
Yeah, well, look, if you're trying to fight, look, you can find it right here. What's up? You looking for a fight?
You're always trying to fight me.
Yeah, apparently you're the one sizing me up. So, anyways, I want to talk to you about the story. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was not a hoe, but I wanted to talk about the ever so dramatic sort of kind of story about Cardi B and Offset getting a divorce and how you feel about this. Do you know what's going on? Shall I explain? Go for it.
Yeah, explain to me because I don't.
Okay, so there's Cardi B and then there's Offset, right?
Right.
And they're like together. If you don't stop it.
I can't help it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So
Continue.
they have been married for about 3 years now, and
3 years?
yeah, it's been 3 years.
thought
Believe
it's
it or
been
not,
longer.
no, actually, I thought it was like I thought that was a long time. 3 years. I was like, I didn't know that they were married for that long. So that's funny that you feel that way.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you do know that obviously, like Offset cheated on Cardi B a while back.
Right.
And everybody was giving her shit because she didn't leave immediately. She went back with, got back with him and worked things out. So as of recently, sometime last week, she filed for a divorce. And she is stating that it does not have anything to do with any infidelities in the past, any past issues in their relationship, that they just simply were not getting along. They were not seeing eye to eye. And she felt like when it gets to that point in your relationship where you just don't feel happy anymore, and it's like right before you're about to get cheated on, it's just better to like get up and walk away. So that's where she's at. And so she went ahead and she filed for divorce. First of all, did you see this coming with like Cardi B? Did you even know that Cardi B and Offset were together? Let's start there.
Yeah, I knew they were together. Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, so did you know that they were married?
Yeah, I knew they were married.
Okay, so did you think the marriage would last?
No.
Okay. How long did you think that it was going to last?
Not this long.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, I don't really keep up with celebrity relationships, but they don't last that long for whatever reason.
Hey, look, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have lasted way longer than I expected. Way longer than I expected.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never rooting for a relationship to fail, but
Yeah.
I don't really follow. I don't really pay attention to them.
But
they live a completely different lifestyle than everybody else.
This is true. But okay, let's talk about that. If we had that lifestyle, there's something that Cardi B said in the past with her relationship issues with Offset that had to do with infidelity and him cheating. And she said something along the lines of, don't quote me, but she did say something along the lines of, men, that's just what men do. They gonna cheat. Like, it's just going to happen. That's what it is. That's just how they be. Something along those lines. I would like to know firsthand how you feel about that statement.
That is a very
and where you
generalized
stand. Because I would just...
statement.
Is it true that men will eventually, inevitably, cheat?
I don't think so. I think it's a case-by-case thing. I mean...
Like, do you feel
Hard
like
for me to
it's
say
there? I
for
think
other
that there are people out there that genuinely feel like innately a man is not meant to be monogamous.
Well, I think a lot of people feel that way about women too. Like, I think it goes both ways. I don't know. You can't.
Who feels that way about women? Please
Oh my
explain. Who
God.
feels that way about women, though?
Yeah.
Because you always hear women wanting, like, you know what I mean? Like, not every single woman. Let's not generalize everybody.
Oh, but we gotta.
I'm just saying, like, more oftentimes than not,
Yeah.
the woman is always looking for a steady relationship. More oftentimes than not, a man says that he's looking for a steady relationship, but then they get bored, you know, they don't feel loved, they're not getting enough attention, whatever the case may be. And inevitably, they begin to look for attention elsewhere.
So you don't think there's any like women that just
Oh,
cheat
yeah.
because it's Tuesday?
I think, I think I mean, when you say it like that, I think that yes. I think nowadays more so, yes. But I feel like the women that, you know, this new age that we're coming into, like,
Yeah.
you know, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, like, you know,
Oh,
you know, this new generation of women that are
sexuality
yes.
being celebrated.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And being finally trying to get some equal stance when it comes to that, because
Yeah.
as you well know, if a woman sleeps around even just a little bit,
She's fucking hot.
yes. So how do you, I feel, okay, how would you have felt if I told you that I had way more sexual partners when I met you than I did?
I think it would.
Would it have affected our relationship and being together?
I don't know.
Like if I was
say.
like, hey, you know, I've just kind
Yeah.
of been living my life and I've had, you know, a handful of one night stands and like I kind of lost count, but you know, you're really special to me.
You know, 22-year-old me probably not mature enough. Just being honest, I don't think 22-year-old me would have been mature or grown enough to
be like, oh, that's fine.
That's fine, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I get it. Like,
So if I had that type of history now,
there definitely
you would be
is.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I would have met you at this stage of my life, yeah. But there's a double standard that definitely exists that men, or even boys and girls, really kind of get shoved in their face at a young age. For us, I don't know how kids now will deal with it, but
we couldn't do nothing. We couldn't step sideways because then all of a sudden, you would, you know, all my life I always heard anything that you do now, you will inevitably have to explain that to your husband in the future. And like for some reason, that really did stick with me where I was like, I'm going to have to hurt his feelings and tell him that I was doing all these things.
You're all, well, it was a Tuesday.
I was feeling a little lonely. But that definitely played a part in the way that I handled things. I think was like the things that were told to me as a young girl that determined my value in the eyes of a theoretical future husband.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a little
Very
girl,
much.
man.
Now, for a man, I'm interested to know what is that experience like for boys? Do you guys get a similar talk like, hey, save yourself? You know, for the right person, anything?
Maybe if like you're like in church, like your dad's not like, hey, you know, go out there and do it a lot. You know, it's not like that. It's just for a boy like growing up, there's nothing wrong with or nothing viewed as it being wrong with a boy sleeping with a lot of women. Like, there's nothing like, oh, you fucking hoe.
Wow.
Like, never calling your friends like.
But like you weren't even concerned with like even if you were to do that, that somebody that you really liked would see that or know that and decide not to mess with you because of that. You weren't concerned about that?
No.
I'm going to be real with you. The same standard that I had for myself before I met you was the same exact standard I had for dudes. And like, if they, I mean, because I felt like they passed judgment really heavily on women, so I passed judgment very heavily on them. And so the minute that I found out, and I know that you know, the minute that I found out about their past, and if it was exceeding that of what I felt was appropriate, then I went in. Like, you's a man hoe, don't nobody want you, you nasty. Like, you're nasty. And you sit here and you sit on your little high pedestal and you try to judge all these women, but look at you. You probably got a million STDs. And then it turned out that he definitely did. So, you know. But I had, like, this disdain for men that were always like, how many people have you slept with?
Who had an STD?
Oh, guys that I knew back in, like, before I met you. Like, guys that I was dating or, like, that I was around that I was thinking about dating. And then they would say some stupid stuff like that about, like, a friend of mine. Or, like, yeah, I can't stand girls like that. And I'm like, you've slept with, like, 15,000 of those same girls, though. So.
It's tough for a girl, but.
Back to Offset and Cardi B. So, originally, when there was, like, this beef going on and they were thinking about getting divorced and all that was happening, a lot of people speculated that it didn't go through because of the property assets and the fact that Cardi B, I guess, would have to give a lot of what she's earned to Offset. So, divorce in that regard.
Good luck to him.
Do you feel like it's appropriate to have a prenuptial agreement in that situation? Do you believe in prenups?
I mean, if I was them, hell yeah, I'd have a prenup.
Yeah.
For both of them, I would definitely have one.
Okay.
For them. I mean, when you're just some Joe Schmoes like us, I don't think it's like we don't have like a ton of assets.
But what if we
I don't know.
gained assets throughout our marriage?
I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I really don't. I don't know how it all works.
Okay. I feel like the topic of divorce is very weird for you, and you're not very keen on that topic. Am I reading the room correctly?
Why do you want to talk about divorce?
Because that's what's happening in the world today. Everybody's getting divorched, honey.
Something I need to know.
That's what I'm trying to get out of you. Right now would be the perfect opportunity.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Stuck with me for life.
Am I?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're trying to be stuck with me for life.
We made a deal.
Did we?
Yes.
Forever.
It's on video and everything.
It is.
Yeah.
We have our own video on the YouTube.
It is on YouTube. It is. So it's real. Okay, switching gears a little bit.
Oh no. What?
This is disgusting, but
Of course you're bringing up something disgusting to the combo.
you know what? So you know the guy that played Cleveland on Family Guy?
Yes.
My phone.
You know, it's pretty new, so let me see.
Anyway, so the guy that played Cleveland on Family Guy quit. He didn't want to be Cleveland because he's a white guy. And he felt bad because he felt like somebody black should play Cleveland. So, YouTuber Azers, I don't know how to say it, but anyway.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Julian loves him.
Yeah, Julian loves him. The guy does great impressions. Anyway, he ended up taking that guy's job, and now he's Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Family Guy is like one of our all-time favorite shows.
So good for that guy.
Yeah,
man.
that's really amazing, actually. You know, just casting the right type of people, even for animations like that, you know, and extending those opportunities to people that actually deserve those.
That and the guy does
different characters.
The guy does a spot on. I can't find the story.
How many tabs do you have open?
I had a reason for this being open. Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, okay. So Vietnam police sees 320,000 used condoms being repackaged and sold as new.
Oh my God, I heard about this.
You did?
Yes.
So they're washing them. Okay, so...
Yes, do you know the process in which they're doing this?
In which they wash them?
Yes.
No, what is it?
Okay, so it's like a high intensity, like boiling of the condoms, and they clean them out, and then they boil them, and then they have this wooden pee-pee pretty much, and they are putting the condoms on there to reshape them and allow them... They allow them to dry that way so that they take on their circular shape again, and then they take them off and they repackage them and they are reselling them, you guys. And these are completely 100% used condoms. Used. That they are cleaning, boiling, repackaging, and reselling to the public.
Who thought of that?
It's somebody that's trying to make a quick coin, but like that is so nasty. How do you even get employees to like agree to do this? Like there's somebody that's sitting there cleaning out condoms, you know what I mean? That are like taking use, and where are they getting these used condoms? Are they
That's what my question is. Like, how are you finding these used condoms?
I don't know.
Like, how are you
is there like a major source of used condoms?
I don't know. Is there like a guy like, you guys gonna finish that condom? Like
I have a special place for that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Somebody, I don't even want to know how you get that job.
I guess my question is, who is selling these condoms? Because it's not a big brand, right? Like, it's not a Trojan. It's not a...
Yeah.
So this has to be like some sort of street brand or something like that.
A street brand?
Yeah, like where people aren't buying them off the shelves in a convenience store, obviously. Like, this has to be something like...
Who's buying condoms on the street?
Baby, you never know.
There's some big used condom selling.
Yeah. Okay, remember how you would always say that condoms were expensive?
I never said that. I never said they were expensive.
You said that they were too expensive and you got tired of spending money on them.
Because we're having sex a lot. It adds up.
But like, sexually active teenagers that don't have the
Before we get
fun.
too far, are you sure about the direction this podcast is going?
I don't know. Oh, now you're stopping me when I'm usually stopping you.
'Cause
You're
sex.
the one who brought this up, so.
Okay, so we asked some people on Instagram to give us some ideas or suggestions of what you'd like to hear us talk about. And some of you had some really good suggestions.
Okay, so I went ahead and went on to my Instagram stories and got a few suggestions from you guys of what you guys wanted to hear in this episode. The first question that I feel like could be really great for you to answer, or just help answer, is actually from my girl Kim, and I met her at a gym here, and I think you were there when I met her. She and I did glutes together, and then you showed up. But anyways, this is my girl Kim, and she said, dating, why are guys so difficult? You want to date or not? Pick one.
Why are guys so, like, what do you mean difficult?
So basically speaking, baby, you are the spokesperson for why men do stupid shit.
Why do I gotta be the guy?
Because you are the guy that I'm talking to, and you are the only guy that I can reference right now, and I just want to know from you, because you're a guy.
Right.
Like, obviously, you're a part of this club.
Yes.
So why are men so difficult when it comes to dating?
What's difficult about it?
You want to date or not? Pick one.
That seems pretty simple to me. I don't know.
Is it just like a simpleton versus not? I guess you just met. He's simple.
I don't
girl.
know.
Don't mess with him no more, basically speaking.
Like, it seems very straightforward.
Ooh, craziest Halloween party stories.
I don't really have any. I lived a very boring life. I was just busy. I never.
You were busy doing.
You know what?
Things.
I didn't really. I went to a couple of Halloween parties, but none of them were crazy. None of them were. Nothing happened.
Has anybody ever tried getting in the middle of y'all's relationship?
Oh my gosh, so many people.
So many people.
And not
in
even
it was so many people.
And not even people that were like trying to get with one or the other. Like,
nah.
Just people just be hating, man.
People don't like seeing happy people
hate.
at all. But
and they'll be like people like your family, close friends. It's crazy.
They're trying to tell like bad stories about you to affect the way this person looks at you. So yeah, we've had people try to tear us apart. But it didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
People asking where my flannel's from. We're not talking about that right now. But you can
Where
check
is
out my
it from?
Instagram.
Yeah.
This flannel is actually from Target. And it's a New Day brand. So, for those of you guys that were wondering, we should play a round of Never Have I Ever. That's what they want us to play. And we should do it with shots.
Oh.
I don't know if you're down for that tonight or maybe in another episode.
Yeah, no, save that. Let's
save it. Okay. Time management with being a parent, spouse, and a business person.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's talk about time management, shall we?
Oh, we struggle with this.
Yes, and it's just because like our kids are very young. They're very little. We also have Julian, who's almost 13. So our kids need different things at different times or reaching different milestones at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with 202. And then trying to work, trying to film, trying to edit, post. And then if something goes wrong technically.
Oh, man, it sets you back like 2-3 days. And that's what I'm talking about. Welcome to my world. Like, you remember how like any little technical issue would just ruin my entire day.
Yeah.
Because it sets everything back.
It's not easy. It's probably the most difficult thing that we do.
We definitely work on it every single day, and we try our best to manage time. But at the end of the day, there's no way to manage toddlers. There's no way to manage, a 8-month-old. There's no way to manage even Julian sometimes because he's a forgetful preteen. So we do our best day to day, and we, like right now, we wait until our kids are ready for bed, and then we come down here and we record. We honestly just try to make everything fit.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Just try to make it work.
Yeah.
But man, it's almost impossible.
David here loves his sleep, so he loves to sleep. So
I can't sleep enough.
I'm one of those people that I will be up. I will be up early. I will stay up late. Like,
no, you don't wake up early though.
I can wake up early though. Like if I have videos that I need to edit, I will be up at 5 a.m.
Sometimes you will be up early though. Like
I will be up with the kids.
Like ungodly hours though, like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, but like it's a lot of times because my kids wake up, and then if my kids wake up and then I'm already up, sometimes I can't go back to sleep knowing that I have work. So if I know that I need to edit a video or something like that, I might as well take advantage of this time where the kids aren't up and crying and whining and doing all that. So I try to take advantage of the time that I have. But we still try to work on that, girl. We are not professionals. We don't have everything down packed, but
Just try.
every single day we try.
Just try.
Is marriage worth it or just another thing to prove commitment? I think that marriage is absolutely worth it. And I'm not just saying that.
Oh, thanks.
Because
So sweet.
the reason I feel that way is because you and I in particular, we were together for 6 years before getting married. And so there was no question of commitment just because we didn't have a piece of paper stating that we were married. But it really is, for me anyway, when we got married, it was like setting the foundation for beginning, like starting a family and
Yeah.
actually being that unit legally, you know?
Yeah, it felt like we accomplished a lot of milestones for a while. Like we just kind of were like in this phase where it was just you and me and Julian, and we weren't married, but we're just there was really no rush to get married. And then like all of a sudden we just got married and then had a kid. Bam.
Yeah.
And it was like I was thinking about that today. I was just looking back. I was like, man, that's crazy. At one point, like we could just get up. Like if Julian wasn't with us, we could just get up and leave. That was it. But now if we get up to try to go leave to go get something to eat or something, we got to make sure that there's bottles. We got to make sure that there's formula. We got to make sure that there's diapers. We got to make sure that, Nikki's mom knows we're about to leave. We got to make sure that, they have clothes. We got to make sure that they're alive. We got to make sure.
They're alive, well and breathing.
Okay, we gave you the baby alive. Just please keep it alive till we get back.
Yeah. We pay close attention to the time because we also don't want to just have my mom looking after the babies all by herself for too long.
Yeah.
So even when we are running around, it's not like leisurely, like we have to get back here for our kids. So
and then sometimes we just don't want to, like, it's hard for us to leave the babies because we end up playing with the babies or whatever, and then it's hard to leave.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
But as far as marriage being worth it, of course.
Do you feel any differently between us dating and us being married?
No, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
For
just have
us
kids now.
I think that's one of the benefits of waiting to get married. Man, I think it's different for everybody, but
we didn't really have a whole lot of like surprises, like surprise,
right.
This is the way I like to live, and you had no idea.
But we clicked pretty fast with that. When we moved in with each other, it was easy.
Let's talk about that. So how quickly did we move in together?
Within like 3 months of getting together. Something like that. 3 months. Yeah.
Right around there. And
it was easy as hell. It was so easy.
Were you worried that we weren't going to mesh as far as like living together?
No, I think we meshed pretty well before then. And we were around each other all the time. And then when we didn't have our own places or our own place together, we would actually get a hotel on the weekend.
Yeah, I was spending so much of my paycheck getting hotels every single weekend. Yeah, you too. Yeah. But like, no, I'm just saying like we would go broke together because we would be taking turns paying for hotels. Like I would get a hotel Saturday night, he would get a hotel Sunday night. So like every weekend we were both spending money on rooms to have. And the reason why is because like my mom was in the apartment with me and I wasn't going to bring a new guy around my mom. Like, I don't know, I just want like my privacy. So we were getting hotels for a while there.
So for us, moving in, I think it was pretty easy. I remember when we moved in, all we did was just spend all day watching Supernatural, eating dinner, eating Chipotle.
Eating, that's why, Bourbon Grill.
Bourbon Grill.
We'd go get us some Bourbon Grill. We'd just like watch Supernatural all night.
Yeah, we blew through Supernatural.
That is like our show.
Like the first 7 seasons or something like that.
Yeah.
We blew through
like back to back to back all freaking day, all day. We would be watching Supernatural. We would go running together. Do you remember that?
I remember that. We gotta go running again, by the way.
Yeah, you've been trying to convince me for the last
few
days.
We gotta go.
I don't know.
Look, if Chris and Christina could do it, then we can do it.
Oh, hi, Chris and Christina.
Yeah. My inspiration. That's my inspiration.
No, straight up though, my friend Christina and her husband are literally running about 200 miles per month.
Crazy.
And she went through, by the middle of September, she had already gotten 100 miles under her belt, and I don't even know how she does it. She has 2 babies, and they're just superstars. So
that is impressive.
It is very much
He lost
impressive.
a lot of weight. Chris lost a lot of weight too. He did. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get like Chris.
Baby, you don't even need to lose a whole lot of weight, honey.
I need to lose weight.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely overweight.
I need to lose weight too.
Definitely. Where? Don't
I need to lose
disrespect
weight.
me. Don't disrespect me like that. You don't need to lose no weight.
No, I need to like gain good weight.
I would never even guess you had 2 kids. I would never even guess you had 1 kid.
I don't. Well, then why did you try to ask me if I had kids the first night that you met me? Then.
See, that's why I would ask, because you look like you haven't had any kids, and
Yeah, but
you
you
had
didn't
2
know that
kids.
in that moment. Did I look like? That's why I asked you.
Yeah,
Do I look
you
like
were.
I have kids?
You were giving off vibes that your body could snap back from having kids really fast.
I was giving off vibes.
Yeah.
What vibes?
Right.
That I could snap back from having kids.
That's just
When
what
I
I
was
picked up
19.
on. I just picked up on it.
Oh my gosh.
I was right.
So let me ask you this: when I
Copped a feel on me? What about it?
I did not cop a feel on you first
She copped
of
a feel
all.
on
No,
me.
I did not. David was going
She
all
did.
over my waist like he knew me like that. Like he was like all standing next to me, just like all over my waist, just doing the most. Very thirsty, if I do say so myself. But
I don't even want to tell them where your hand was.
okay, first of all, go ahead. Tell them where my
I'm just gonna,
Tell them where
I'm
my
just
hand
gonna
was.
leave it at
Oh,
that.
sure. Y'all already know me.
Moving
okay?
on. So
Oh, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. If I would have told you, so the night that we met at the club, we're jumping around in our history, right? So before we moved in together, the night that we met at the club, I told you and I lied to you and I told you that I was 20 years old when I really wasn't.
yeah,
Would things have been different if I told you that I was actually 19? If I was honest with you there at the club?
no, I probably would have been fine.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh. I really thought that was just because, like, 19, you know what I
I was
mean?
only like 22. Not like I was like 29 in the club. And
No,
you're like,
but like
19?
that was
That's
such
fine.
a big gap though back then when you're, that young and you're dating this guy.
You thought you were older than me.
I did think that I was older than you because you look like a baby.
Yeah, I did.
And I couldn't even. And then here he
I couldn't
comes
even grow a
saying that he
beard.
has a baby, and I was like, "What?"
It's 3 years
He's
old.
like, "So I have a son." And I was like,
How crazy is it that Ezra's almost the age that Julian was when he met
I
Julian?
know. That
You
is
ever
crazy.
think about that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the time. I'll look down at Ezra and I'm like, wow, your brother was literally like a year older than you right now. When I
Right.
met him, he was so little.
Crazy, right? I was thinking about that the other
It's
day.
so sweet. He's always been such a sweetheart. Were you nervous to introduce Julian to me?
No, I trusted you.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't. I guess I was worried that I don't know. Maybe you would meet him and then maybe you'd be like, "Nah, this ain't for me."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you think I was gonna get scared?
I mean, you could have, which understandable.
Have you ever had a girl get like scared when
I
she met
never
Julian? I feel like
introduced girls to Julian. No, I never did that.
oh,
Yeah,
Julian was just such a sweetheart.
yeah, he was a good. Like he was such an easy baby.
Easy.
Not like the ones we have now.
Mila and Ezra have really given us a run for our money, man. And Mila was supposed to be my calm baby, and she is not that at all. She is very feisty, and she fights both of her brothers.
Yeah.
She be smacking them in the face. She does not care, and she does not have any chill. So, and Ezra, forget about it. We call him El Tiburon because he has the mindset of like, he literally circles whoever it is that he's talking to like they're his prey, and then he does not back down. He's not scared of anybody or anything.
When we took him to my cousin's daughter's birthday, and my cousin had his kid there. He's probably like 2-3 months older than Ezra.
Yeah.
But he's like kind of smaller than Ezra, like just weight wise. And Ezra just like circling him, like sizing him up. I was like, man, you need to calm
And just
down.
like going up to him like, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
and Ezra just looks so much bigger than him, and I was like.
He's crazy.
He just isn't scared. Like, even when he
not.
sees dogs, he tries to run right up to a dog, or like he does not have a sense of fear in him at
No,
all.
it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah,
Cause
so
he'll go up to the dog, like our neighbors have a dog, or both 2 neighbors,
Yeah,
right?
both of them, yeah.
3 neighbors have dogs, and he'll just walk up to the gate, put his hand in the fence, like,
no, they're trying to pet the dog.
like, dude, you get your hand out, like, man, these dogs could bite you. You don't know these dogs.
And Julian is so nice that like the babies know that they can get away with a lot.
Oh,
with
yeah,
him. They be
Mila-
trying to push him around.
Mila
And
owns.
oh my gosh,
Julian.
like the minute that these babies were born, they just looked over at Julian and they were like, "Yeah, you're
they-
nice, and I'm gonna get away with
Yeah,
everything."
they bully him. They bully
They be
him.
bullying him together, and then when Mila and Ezra are together by themselves, they get into things and help each other get into things. Like Ezra will grab something off of a higher shelf to give it to Mila that she's not supposed to have. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I didn't have to worry about any of that with Julian. Julian was such a good baby, so quiet. Are you done fighting with your phone?
I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't
Okay.
know I don't know what happened. Remember today they were having like a screaming contest?
Which ones? The Ezra and Mila?
Yeah.
Yeah. They start crying at the same time. They're like twins. They're pretty much like twins. Did you ever think that you were going to have more kids?
I thought, and then for a while I didn't know if we were gonna have kids, and then all of a sudden we just couldn't stop having kids. So
Yeah. Well, having kids with me, is it what you imagined?
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say no to
Why?
that.
What'd I do?
No, you didn't do anything, honey. Our kids definitely did not come out the way that I imagined them.
Oh.
Personality wise.
What did you think?
I thought we were going to have one really rambunctious one, like you. And I thought we were going to have one very calm one that follows all the rules
Like
and
me.
loves the books, like me. And I just feel like both Ezra and Mila just on a whole other level. And I think obviously they're getting that from you because my mom has told you time and time again, I was not that type of baby. I always listened and I was a very good kid. Now, my brother was very bad and that blood runs through Ezra and Mila's veins. And you, quoted by your uncle, he said that you were terrible. I repeat, terrible. And that you would not listen to anybody and that you were not disciplined and that you broke all the rules and that you would always put yourself in harm's way and you were mean to your sister and just all the things that align with behavior that my children are exhibiting now.
I wasn't a bad kid. I just had a lot
No,
of
no, no,
energy.
no, 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 baby. I know you weren't a bad kid. You were terrible.
No, I wasn't. Okay, this guy is
That's your uncle. That's your Theo. Okay, he knows you.
So my uncle was just mad because he didn't have no toys, so I had to entertain myself.
He had very special figurines.
No. That was my cousin's husband.
Oh, I'm sorry. This other person
Yeah.
had very special figurines in the basement,
So
and they specifically told David not to play with those.
No.
And David did anyway.
No, so my cousin's boyfriend at the time, her husband, he had Smurfs. Like, I don't know, people might not know what Smurfs
I
are.
read no Smurfs.
I guess they made a Smurfs movie
Yeah.
now. So he used to have like little Smurfs figurines, like the little ones like this big, and he had like the house and stuff set up. So I would just go play with it. I'd be like, oh, cool. My mom was like, nah, you can't stop playing with that. It's not like to play with. But Dean was cool. Dean would let me play with him. So shout out to Dean.
Yeah.
He wasn't a
they're
dickhead
very
to me.
nice.
So
But your uncle was? Was your uncle mean to you?
nah, he wasn't mean.
Then he's the one calling you terrible
Nah, he was just. I think I was just too much for him.
because you were terrible.
I was a little. I was a little bad, little ghetto ass
You
kid.
see? You were bad.
Man.
See, okay.
Because when I come from my mom's, like, we didn't, like, it was like small house. We didn't have like a ton of toys. So we entertained ourselves a lot, like me and my cousin. And then when I went to my Uncle George's house, his house is huge, you know, so, but it wasn't like made for kids. And he had stairs and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna jump off these motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah, he was going to break his leg. And I kept telling him to stop jumping off those
So-
stairs. And he would go onto the higher stair and jump off anyway.
I was a very athletic kid. So I would go onto the stairs and I would start jumping down the stairs and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to see how high I can get and jump off the stairs. I never got hurt. But
So that's fine. I never got hurt.
No, just Dad, trust me. I'm not going to get hurt. But man, I got pretty high. No, I didn't get high. Let me.
We are in the Mile High City,
Yeah,
baby.
no, this is before you could do that legally. But I think I was just a lot. I just had a lot of energy and.
And you don't see any of those things in Mila or Ezra? Really?
God.
I'm just waiting for you to admit it. Because you know that didn't come from me.
Ezra and Mila.
Oh my,
They're bad.
they're like identical to
You know what
dad.
makes them even worse is they're smart. Mm-hmm. And you think you want smart kids, and then you get smart kids, but then they're bad. Mm-hmm. See, Julian was just always nice. Mm-hmm. Like, he was smart, but he was just, I don't know what it is.
So sweet.
He was like so well behaved. Mm-hmm. So, like, didn't cry, like nothing.
You had the easiest time.
And I was
with
like,
him.
man, I guess just all my kids are good. And then Mila and Ezra came, and I was like, Man, Nikki's kids ain't that good. Just kidding.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just playing. No, they definitely. I mean, I don't think the mixture of us is probably good.
Why not? We shouldn't have mixed.
We've seen her story times. All right.
Look, that was because of the environment that I was in, not because of who I was as a person.
I don't know. I think
Mila came out swinging.
Yeah, I think it might just be who you
Look,
are.
okay, first of all, it's not because of who I am, okay? Because I did not come out that way. However, I will say that my grandmother, my mother's mother, definitely came out that way. Like, came out that way. My mother definitely came out that way. So they were both very feisty. Like,
then it just skipped a generation.
I'm not saying that it skipped a whole ass generation, okay? Don't be trying to come at me sideways, first of all, okay? But I know how to control. I've gotten into way less trouble than both my grandma and my mama combined. Yeah. Let's put it that way. That's okay. True. Like, I never allowed it to get there. I kind of try to harness it. You know what I mean? Like, control it. But I don't know.
You're actually not, like, out of control. You're not out of control.
I have really, really tried to, do better with that. And, like, not be so reactive. Because my teenagehood was nothing but that. Yeah. But I learned that wasn't always the right way to deal with things. My issue is that my daughter is, she does not care who she comes up against. She slaps and hits Julian right in the face. And
it's messed up because, like, she'll just do it. Like, like she'll try to catch you off guard and hit you in the face. Or you know what else
she does? She'll go like this and, like, pretend like she's going to be sweet. And she'll go, wah! Yeah. And then just hit you right in the face. And, like, or she'll grab onto your lips.
Yeah,
and
like
then,
inside. Like
tear. And it's just like, why? Yeah. Why are you this way? And then I talked to my grandma. She's like, ay, mija, yeah. I was like that too, mijita.
I'm about to call CPS for me.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like, we are being abused. About me. We are being abused.
Like, she's fucking us
up.
And
then there's Ezra over there. Like, sometimes he hates the fact that she's like that, but then sometimes he legit goes over there and, like, lays near her and puts his hair near her so that she'll pull his hair.
Laughs. It's the funniest shit to him.
They fight over the same sippy cup. Mila all of a sudden was like, I'm not drinking out of bottles no more. I'm drinking out of sippy cups because Ezra's drinking out of sippy cups. And I can give her a sippy cup and him a sippy cup, and it doesn't matter. She wants his. Yeah. So then they're sitting there hitting each other and fighting over that damn cup.
And it's like, she'll be watching him too. So the second he puts down his cup and he leaves it, she's like, oh.
She snatches it so fast.
Yeah, she'll be acting like she's doing something else and then just watching him. Then he'll put it down. That's her cup now.
There's so much drama between the two babies. It's actually a lot of fun to watch. It's very entertaining.
This is what being an adult is.
Just watching your kids be bad.
Watching your kids just be bad and fight over well, first of all, they think it's apple juice, but it's just water. Yeah.
They're fighting over water apple juice.
So...
And then I just hear my mom, stop fighting! Can y'all just stop fighting for 2 seconds? And it just reminds me of me and my brother when we were kids. Yeah. But we weren't nearly close enough and that close in age, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Alex was 5 years younger than me. And we got into a fight. And then she jumped on me. And then she bit my nipple. And then I got in trouble. Like,
probably because you started it. The brothers always started.
I didn't do nothing that bad. Like, I didn't want trying to mutilate me.
You guys are like 10 times bigger than us, and I'm saying you guys because I've had to go at my brother all kinds of sideways because he would use his size against me, and I had to get creative. So, like, if we gotta bite a nipple here and there, then that's what we gotta do.
You guys are crazy.
Because of our brothers. Trust.
You guys are out of control.
Tell me not. Any of y'all that have older brothers, or just brothers in general, you're a little bit crazy because you had to be in order to survive. That's just how it was.
Do you think that you would have been able to handle having a sister? Not a stepsister, but like a biological sister?
We all saw how me having a sister worked out, whether it was step or not. I just didn't get along like my girl cousins.
Yeah, your girl cousins are different though. I met them. How I met them.
Yeah. So
can I tell that story?
I mean, if you want to. So once upon a time.
So I go down.
I took David home.
We first got together. So I go down to Dallas and meet Nikki's family. Mm-hmm. And I meet her cousins. First night I get there.
My actual cousins.
Yeah, and they talk exactly how you think somebody in Texas would talk. And
their accents got thick. I was like, dang, girl, do we all sound like that? No.
Yeah.
We do not all sound like that.
No, not
I
you.
was like, do I sound
No, you didn't sound like that. But I was laughing because your cousin was talking about the food in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's very passionate.
She was very into it.
Very passionate.
I remember thinking that. She was like, y'all ever had Whataburger? I was like, nah. She's like, I love Whataburger. If I could, I'd have Whataburger for breakfast, lunch, dinner. If it was a topping, I'd put it on a pizza.
I was sitting there. I was like, can you shut up? God.
I was like,
don't nobody want to hear about how much you love Whataburger, girl.
I was like, I gotta try Whataburger. And then I said something. So then I forgot what I said, but I said something, like a word. And she goes, y'all talk funny.
Yeah, she was like,
excuse me?
Oh my God, your accent is so funny. Y'all talk funny.
I can't do the accent as well as
yeah,
you. Like,
she was like, oh, you're from Denver? Like, you're born and raised there? And David was like, yeah. She was like, oh, y'all talk funny. And David was like, me?
I was like,
I was sitting there, I was like,
the audacity.
Well, okay, to be fair though, those cousins really did grow up more on the countryside.
Yeah, clearly.
And so their accents are definitely a lot thicker. So when they came around, it even caught me off guard. It was very laid on thick like molasses. So I was like, dang, girl, like.
Yeah, it was very.
And her sister is the same way. Well, you do you, girl.
I have such an issue with like Southern accents like that.
Like mimicking them?
Like no, just understanding them. Remember when we would watch The Walking Dead and like they would be talking and I'd be like, what did he say? And you're like, oh, he said this. I'm like, oh, okay.
You just really learn. They really just.
I was like, I don't understand shit this guy is saying.
Learn the
like, especially like Dale and remember his brother.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Uh-huh.
like you're translating for me. I was like, what did he say?
Mm-hmm. I was like, they said that they left their gun over by the river. David was like, what? In like two words? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
oh. That's just how we talk. Do you feel like my accent gets heavy? Or do you feel like even when I met you, right? I don't feel like mine was that bad. But when I first moved here, I feel like it was a lot worse.
Yeah, probably. I think
it comes out.
If you were to move here when you were older, I'm sure if you did have a Texan accent, I'm sure it'd be a little bit thicker now. Can I say though, people in Texas are huge. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying like fat. They're just fucking
there's
huge.
Something in the water
they're
that
tall
makes
as shit.
Sure that everyone is over 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm not like a short guy at all, but man, I felt short as fucking.
There's David walking
like,
around our mall. I took y'all. Okay,
yeah.
Girl, let me tell you something. If for those of y'all that are from Dallas, I always used to go to the Town East Mall. Things have changed, but it has always been our spot. So I took David, of course, to have the experience, and I took him to Town East, and we're walking around, and I swear we're like in these stores, and like every single person that walks in is just like a pillar, and we're like literally looking up at everybody, and David was like, everybody here is like really,
but it wasn't
big.
like adults. It was like
kids, like teenagers that are like well over 6 feet by 12. But that was my brother. My brother was 6 foot at 12 years old. My mom was 6 foot at 12. I mean, my mom was 5'7" or something by the time she was 12 years old. I don't know what happened to me. I drank the same water. I drank the same Kool-Aid. I drank everything that they drank and ate everything that they ate. And like, but yeah, everybody over there is very, very tall.
I'm like the tallest person in my family, so
yeah,
both sides of my family. So I don't know. It might be Ty. My cousin Drake might be taller than me.
I know that your uncle's taller than you for sure.
Is he taller than me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's taller than you. But, I'm
like right. I was right there at 6 feet, man.
No, baby, just kissing it.
Yeah.
You're just kissing it. Man. But like when people ask, I always say like my husband's 6 foot.
Oh, lying. Yeah.
What? It's You're like 5'11" and what?
Probably in shoes, I'll be 6 feet.
Okay, well then I'm not lying.
Oh, okay, maybe not that.
I don't have time to be like he's 5'11" and whatever. Like he's 6 foot.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not. Whatever. It's not like I'm saying my husband's 6 foot and then you walk in and you're like 5'4". You know what I mean?
I'm at a weird height because there be times where I might be the tallest guy in the room. And there might be times where I'm like the shortest guy in the room. Like, it just depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be feeling short as hell. Sometimes I'll be feeling tall as fuck.
Look, let me tell you something. With the pickings that I had here in Denver, you were definitely on the taller side. I'll tell you that for sure.
Probably.
Because I was always disappointed by how short the guys we're here, and I am used to, my brother's tall, my uncle's tall, my cousins are tall, everyone's tall,
Yeah.
at least 6 foot. If you were not 6 foot, there was something wrong with you. Like,
Yeah.
and so when I was like dating, oh my God. I there was only like a few guys that I could find that were over 6 feet, and like that was it. So when I met you, I was like, oh my God, you're not 5'6". This is crazy, because
Yeah.
that happened a lot.
Yeah, a lot of my friends are short.
And it's just my preference. It's my preference to have a taller guy.
Yeah, I never felt like I was short. I mean, like nobody ever said they wouldn't date me because I wasn't tall enough. So
Yeah. Well, do you feel like there is a limit to how short I could have been for you to date me, or did you not care? I don't feel like height is really important to guys.
no,
Not really.
no.
I'm always short, so no matter what dude I got with, he was
You
always
just
taller than me.
Yeah, I was like, we talk about
Like, I
5'6"
didn't have
guys.
to, like,
Girl.
I know, but like, still though, I like what I like, right? So
sure.
even if the dude is 5'6" and I'm 5'3", almost 5'4", we're gonna call it 5'4", okay?
Okay.
5'4", got it?
All right.
Got it. Then in heels, I'm way taller than him. Then I'm standing at like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
I can't do that, no ma'am. So I needed somebody that even in heels, they're taller than me, and that is you.
Yeah, luckily.
What you mean, luckily?
One time I dated a girl, she was like 5'7". She put on heels, she was like 6'2".
Really?
She's tall as shit in like heels. I was like, God.
How did you go from dating a 5'7" girl to me?
I don't care about height. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
But it just like seems like such a drastic difference.
To me, she wasn't tall. Like, she was shorter than me. So to me, she wasn't really
Until
tall.
she put on heels and then came out that room and you were like...
She's gonna dunk. I was like, you carrying me for...
Yeah, I'm doing piggyback, bitch,
Yeah.
okay? Because you are...
It's like, man, you tall as fuck. You trying to everybody.
That's funny. I like your height. I think your height is perfect for me. And I got tall genes in my family. I don't know. I feel like yours is kind of mixed. But I feel like people in your family are on the shorter
My
side.
family's not tall.
So.
Okay, so I'm 5'11". My dad's probably, what, 5...
9.
He's not 5'9".
5'8". He's shorter than you. He's not 5'10". It's not like he's kissing right under you. He's like 5'8", 5'9". He's about my mom's height. Yeah, him and
Your
my
mom's
mom
taller,
are like...
no?
Well, because my mom's 5'9".
I think my dad's like 5'7", 5'8". He's in that range.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And then my mom, she's probably like 4'11".
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know how I ended up this tall.
Same way that I had a 6-foot father and a 5'9" mother, and I came out 5'3". So
I don't know.
it's just crazy how DNA and genetics work.
I ain't gonna complain though. Shit.
If you could have your perfect height, what would it be?
I think the perfect height for a guy is probably like 6'1". I think that's probably the perfect height. Now, if I was playing sports, I would say like 6'3", 6'4".
I would be 5'8". Let's wrap up this podcast by talking about the possible clinical trial of the COVID-19 vaccination and whether or not you would be fine with taking early trials of the vaccine or waiting until other people take it before taking it yourself.
I am not gonna be the first person to
Neither
take
am I.
that shit.
Okay, I will
I
wait.
am not.
I will be among the last.
Let me see how it goes for you.
I want to watch the trial period for a few years, see if anything pops up, any symptoms, any like weird growths, you know what I mean? But yes, we have heard that there may be clinical trials of a possible COVID-19 vaccination that could be coming out as early as the end of the year or early next year. But yeah, we will not be first in line to receive that. But anyways, next episode, I really want to dive more into like our role as parents, maybe, and also a lot of people want to know about like our relationship, keeping our relationship hot and heavy after having kids. Are you ready to have that convo with me?
Yeah.
In our next episode. So make sure you guys are back here next week. Every single Monday, we will start off your week right. We will start off your week white. We will start off our week right on Mondays, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and here on YouTube for the visuals. But make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys download our podcast. We would love to have you be a part
thank you so much
of our
for
family.
listening.
Yeah, hell yeah. You guys have made this podcast so much fun. I look forward to it every single week, and I just really like talking to you.
Yeah.
So
Guess which kid that was?
watch it be my teenager.
Oh, it might have been.
I think it's...
Yeah, it might have been. So
that's our cue.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter.
Yes.
At I'm Davis Cisneros on Twitter and Instagram for me.
At Nikki Glamour on Instagram, at Nikki_Glamour on Twitter for me. And then, of
And
course,
also follow the podcast at the His Ex Hers Pod on both Instagram and Twitter, and we'll leave those in the description as well.
yeah, you guys can visit those for more updates on new videos.
And of course, man, just message us or comment down below
Yeah, we love
what you
talking
want
to
to hear
y'all.
us talk about. I mean, we're down to talk about anything. We're trying not to get like too serious. Like,
Yeah, we want this to still be like airy. We want it to still be lively and like something like an escape. So we don't want to have the topics be too heavy. Does that make sense?
And like we know that there's a lot of important stuff going on. We
Absolutely.
know, like we're not trying to pretend like that stuff doesn't exist, but there's just a lot of like we just want to
Be your
just
break.
bullshit here. We don't. I mean, you can follow us on Instagram and stuff like that. We'll post our thoughts on that so you guys know where we stand with that. And but as of right now, we just want to have fun. That's what we want to do. We want to make you guys laugh. We need to start talking about a giveaway at some point for 100,000
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes, we will definitely be getting some thoughts together for when we hit 100,000 on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so. So
And
we
tell
can
your
get this
friends
giveaway
to
together.
subscribe. Tell your boyfriend to subscribe. Your girlfriend to subscribe.
We'll see you guys next week on a Monday. And I love you guys. We hope you guys have a great, amazing, safe week. And we will see y'all on Monday to start your week off right. See y'all on episode 4. Peace out, y'all.